Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sassy Sisters Radio. We are with Sassy's. We are on the radio tonight with Society Bites Radio. My name is Carrie Meyernick, and I guess I'm a little confused, but I'm Carrie Meyernick, one of the founders of Sassy Sisters, Inc. Tonight I have a guest host with me. Her name is Nicole Lopez. You may have heard her from our previous shows, and she's amazing. She's wearing another ugly sweater, which is great. And how are you doing, Nicole?
That is awesome that I went for like a month of ugly sweaters.
Yeah, who has more ugly sweaters than Nicole?
Yeah, I'm going to let you know. I love it. I love all my ugly sweaters, and ain't nobody judging.
Right. So I see that your nails are blue and sparkly. What's going on tonight?
Oh, yes. So I definitely love using this Color Street stuff, and that's basically what it is. Okay. So pretty much nail polish strips that I went ahead and put on, and yeah, I love my blue and sparkles, but basically I always like to say with my Sassy Sisters, I love to sparkle. Not just my personality.
You sparkle. You're just a sparkly.
I'm so sparkly. And when we get back to normal, I will be your sassy sister Inglewood hostess.
You still are. And, Nicole helps us so much with Sassy Sisters right now. She's helping create, all of the bios for the show, and you're working with Katie on Society Bites, so you're doing great. You're awesome.
Oh my God, I try.
And she's pretty darn cute.
I am.
She's very sassy.
But I would love to say that my Sassy Sisters have definitely helped create this part of me, because when I first met you all, what the heck was I doing? I was sitting in the corner, do not talk to me.
I thought she was very stuck up.
Yeah, exactly, because I did not want to talk to anyone, do not say anything to me.
She's never going to work.
No. And then sure enough, here I am outspoken, and sometimes I'm pretty sure some of my Sassy Sisters go, oh dear God, why is she talking? I love her, but why is she up there? Oh, Nicole.
So, okay, I have a couple questions for you right now. So, what are you drinking?
Oh, yes. We love to really I love my reds.
Okay.
No, I'm going to stick with my red.
You're drinking red again?
Because you turned me on to this. It's your fault. All right.
So I have good taste in wine, sorry.
In case you didn't know, some of my Sassy Sisters got to go visit Italy, quote unquote. I had to live vicariously through that. So the way I continue that one is by drinking this amazing wine that I absolutely love. And by the way, it is 2019 Boia Bappicelli. I got it, right? After a month of drinking this wine, I have it, right? Boia Bappicelli.
Oh, you're so close, honey. You're so close. The Boia Valpolicella. Which is almost just exactly what you just said, but
You know what? It is over 12% alcohol. I really don't care. I love it. It's amazing. And cheers. Ding! Did you hear that? Ding! Ding!
So we do miss our my co-host Kim. We do miss her. She's still out. She had a little car accident. Nothing that can be prevented. She's doing well. Our listeners have been asking, where's Kim? What's going on with Kim? So Kim is doing well. She's recovering. She's going to be back next week, I believe. And she says hi. She misses everybody. And thank you for all your well wishes.
She is just one fire strong of a woman. I don't know if that's a word.
She's amazing. I'm sure she's drinking vodka somewhere.
She is. I think she's really drinking vodka with us while listening to this.
Kim's favorite wine is vodka, just so everybody knows. So, that's our thing.
At least I got that name right.
Yeah, right. So, tonight we have a very special guest, don't we, Nicole?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Maybe, everybody hold on. Hold on
to your britches, ladies. We we got a lady from Missouri, and I did not say Missouri, Missouri.
There she goes. There goes that Nicole. Talking about state names again. What the heck?
No, that's a real thing. And I'm going to have Katie O'Neill definitely talk. There is a difference between Missouri and Missouri. I thought that was a joke. It is not a joke.
Oh
and
my gosh.
so we
She's
have
so
Miss Katie O'Neill with Society Bites Radio.
Okay, so, hey, Miss Katie O'Neill, Miss Sassy Sister, how are you doing?
Hi, y'all. Since I'm from Missouri. Now, we call that the state of Missouri. Just so y'all know, if you're going to pronounce it, you got to pronounce it right. Now, Nicole, please get up off the floor.
Okay, Nicole's turning purple over there. Nicole is purple right now.
Yes, she is.
Okay,
Thank
so-
God.
Okay, so my husband, whenever he sees a Missouri license plate, says Missouri Loves Company.
Well, that's
Missouri
true.
Loves Company.
Missouri does love company,
Okay.
but where we get our colloquialisms is from a melting pot of the world. Everybody goes to the Midwest. Even the settlers went through Missouri and stayed in the early 1700s because there was the Missouri River, you had the Mississippi River. That pretty much divided the country. And during the Civil War, our relatives didn't care if you were blue or gray. You got shot and thrown in the well, you come on the property.
Wow.
So, Missouri people are very stubborn. So you hear us referred to as Missouri mules, otherwise known as Missouri jackasses. And just to make this definition clear, a mule is a mixture of a donkey and a jackass. Okay, and she's looking at me like I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my God, I feel so educated.
Okay, well, a donkey is considered a jackass.
Katie, I do have a question. Have you heard people say
lots of questions.
Missouri versus Missouri?
Yes, and I still say Missouri is just another word for misery.
Yeah, but we're
Aha.
real.
All right,
Yeah,
I have a
get
question.
with that.
Let's talk about Katie
Uh-oh.
instead of the state.
Yes.
Let's talk about the state of Katie.
The state.
Woo!
Katie.
All right, what would you like to know?
So you know, this show kind of digs into your life. We want to know who you are, what's going on. So you were born in Missouri?
I was born in a little place just a little bit west of Dixon, Missouri.
Dix?
And
Mason-Dixon?
well, actually, it probably was.
Okay.
Because where I was born was considered Fort Lost in the Woods. Now, if you've never been in the military, you would have no idea what Fort Lost in the Woods is. Fort Lost in the Woods is actually Fort Leonard Wood in Waynesville, Missouri, and it's just a little west, like I said, of Dixon, Missouri.
Okay. So you were born there.
I was.
Were you born in the fort?
I was.
Lost in the woods?
I was
Born lost in the woods?
I was born at Lost in the Woods. I was born on base.
How did you get found?
Well, actually, I think I got found. You know, because I've always thought, now I live in Florida, and the whole time I was growing up in Missouri, I kept telling people, Mom swapped out babies. I should have been born in Florida because I hated the Midwest and the cold. It's miserable. Miserable. Miserable.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So,
That's
all right.
fantastic.
So how'd you get out of Missouri?
Well, I've been working on it since I was probably about 2. We moved there when I was 6.
Wow.
Now,
Trying to get out of Missouri.
you have to remember that in Missouri, or Missouri, depending on how you want to pronounce it, my father was obviously in the military.
Yes.
So we moved around a little bit.
Okay.
I had an elder brother and an elder sister who were born in Washington and Oregon. I was born in Missouri, and then Dad immediately got transferred to Fort Hood in Texas, which is where I got my Southern accent.
Lived there.
And they say once you get it, you never lose it. And that is the honest to God's truth.
Oh, I must have been too young when I lived there then.
In 1963, my father moved us to Missouri, where my mother was in nursing school in Texas and had to stay behind for another year. So it was really hard not having her.
Okay,
Yes,
I have a
ma'am.
question. Is Missouri the same as Missouri?
It is.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but it is.
Continue, please.
Okay, so I cried for almost the whole 13 hours that it took to get from Texas to Missouri, and I could remember my father pulling off the side of the road so that he could sleep and turning around and telling me that if I didn't shut up, he was going to drop my ass on the side of the road and go to Missouri without me.
Oh, no.
Because he took me away from my beach. He took me away from the Gulf. And as far as I was concerned, there was no water in Missouri, so I didn't want to go.
Nope. Not quite the same.
So water is important to you.
It is extremely important to me. When you get up in the morning on the weekends when your parents camp out at the beach, back then you could, we would get up and go straight into the water. We slept in our swimsuits, for God's sake, and went straight to the water the next morning. Mom would have breakfast on an open fire, and it would smell so good, and it would be fresh coffee, and it was the epitome of a wonderful, wonderful life. Mother is gone now, and so is Father, but Mother was in nursing school in Texas.
Okay.
And she graduated as an LPN, and a year later, while she finished her school, we were in Missouri going to grade school and getting set up. Dad had bought a house, and we moved there waiting on Mom to graduate. His mother was ill, and that was the whole reason we had to go back.
Right.
And it was devastating. It was absolutely devastating. I never got over the smell of salt water. I never got over the feel of the water. I never got over the beaches. So for me, we were the first blonde-haired, blue-eyed Mexicans anybody had ever met.
Hey, okay, so you get there,
Mm-hmm.
and how old were you when you arrived? To
I was
Missouri?
6 years old.
And then you went to school, obviously. How long did you live in Missouri?
I lived there for 41 years.
41 years?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about, I mean, you obviously went to school.
I did.
And you lost your mom. When did you lose your mom?
Mom's been gone for about 6, 7 years now.
Oh, that's okay. So you lived with your
Dad's
family.
been gone for a lot longer than that.
So after high school, did you graduate from high school and then...
Actually, I did. And this is a story my mother used to absolutely love to tell, because I met my first husband my senior year. We knew each other for about 3 months.
Didn't we all meet our first husband?
Oh, in high school, absolutely. And he and I were married. And my typical story, and it's so true because it was very difficult to overcome, was I was married at 17, I was a mother at 18, and a widow at 19. So it was extremely hard for me to associate with anyone my own age, because no one had gone through what I went through.
A lifetime almost.
So you were married at 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you met your first husband.
And by the way, I did say I was married at 17, a mother at 18, and a widow at 19. In that order, I was married first, by the way. I did not get pregnant to have to get married.
We're trying to dig into that. So
Okay, well,
tell me about your first husband.
John was an absolute wonderful man. He was very sweet. He was very kind. He was very sensitive. He had an authoritarian type father. He had a very submissive mother. And his father expected so much out of him that he simply could not cope. Robin Williams is